What does ADHD look like in adults is a really, really interesting question. If you look at developmental trends, what happens for kids who get correctly diagnosed with ADHD, some of them will outgrow, in fact, many of them will outgrow the hyperactive and the impulsive symptoms of ADHD as they get to be mid-late teens into young adulthood. So when we say that many will outgrow it, it means by implication that many won't outgrow it. And aside from the hyperactive and impulsive concerns, the inattention and disorganization seems to persist in kids who become teens, who become young adults. So the difficulty when important choices have to be made as adults is that they can have difficulty with organization at work, in relationships. You'll hear people talk about things like, I went to the supermarket, I didn't end up getting what I went in for, and I ended up getting a bunch of things that I didn't go in for. These are folks who can, as adults, instead of having difficulty with homework, have difficulty with work assignments, like getting reports in on time. They can have difficulty paying attention in meetings. So at every stage of development, we can describe for you the equivalent behavior. There's inattention in adulthood, at home, with peers, and in work. There's hyperactivity potentially, and impulsivity, making poor choices, not having a filter on what you say to colleagues at work. Those are some of the ways in which ADHD can affect adults. Good news, seems like a large percentage, maybe even a majority of adults with ADHD or children with ADHD will not be diagnosable as adults, but about 40% will continue to have really impairing and noticeable symptoms. So we certainly want to make sure that adults get enough treatment if they're carrying those symptoms forward.